Hello everyone and welcome to this video. Today I'll be going over the Look 12, the Look Pivot 12s, and we're going to be discussing the differences, some of the pros and cons, and just going over what these bindings are like because there are not many videos out there like this. So let's get started. The Pivot 12 is the mid-range pivot type bindings that Look has with this. They still have this pivoting heel design, but they're made for people that only need up to a 12 din. So automatically off the bat, if you ride really aggressive stuff or you're a larger rider, then you will need a higher din, maybe like 15 or 18s. So that would cancel these out, then you couldn't use these. But if you're like me, I weigh about 160. I do ride very aggressive terrain, but I usually max out my dins at like 10, 11. Then these are fine for me. So we'll talk about some of the pluses of these over the other bindings. Number one, off the bat, these are still the pivots. So you do have this, this twisting heel design. So the heel will rotate out and give you that nice side lateral release, which is really nice. These bindings, they have a higher elasticity than other bindings, and specifically these 12s have a higher elasticity than the 15s and the 18s because of the toe pieces, which I will get onto. They are the traditional pivots that everybody likes, so they're a good brand. They're a good model to get. They're a bit cheaper. I think like 50, $100 cheaper, which is significant. So if you're really you want pivots, but you want to be on a budget too, these are a good choice. We'll get into the downsides, but again, they have a really nice toe piece that provides an even more elastic binding. Because this toe piece, these do move out like this, and they do have these wheels in there, so it is a bit more elastic. It will actually like begin to move and the heel will rotate, so that you'll be on the edge of coming out and give you a chance to save and come back before they just snap and kick you out, which is a nice thing because it lets you save yourself, and it makes for a much smoother release, both toe and heel. There's not that much that's holding you in enough to be safe, but it's just these wheels and a slight lip here. So when you start coming out of your binding, this will twist and the wheel will let you slide right out. So it makes these for a nice, smooth, easy releasing binding. That's the main plus over the other models. Obviously the pivots won't be as elastic, but compared to the 15s and the 18, the Look Pivot 15 and 18s, they're going to be more elastic, which is nice. The other major bonus is that they're going to be significantly lighter. I believe it's something like 200 to 400 grams lighter. So I believe these guys are closer to 2,200 grams, whereas the Look Pivot 15 and 18s, you're going to be looking closer to 2,500, 2,600 grams. So it's a significant weight decrease, and that's due to the plastic toe. It's mostly plastic in the toe. So that's the positive. I guess another positive is that the heel piece is almost identical to that of the 15s and the 18s. So it's not that much different. From the midpoint back, they're almost identical. So now we'll talk about some of the cons of these toe pieces. The first one, obviously, like I said, they're made out of plastic, so they will be less durable over time. Still a bomber, very durable binding that will most likely be a lot more durable than other bindings like the Marker Griffin and other more plastic bindings. But the toe pieces on these will wear out before the 15s and the 18s. Just because they're plastic. And these wheels could square, I'm assuming, or get worn. But that's yet to be seen. Some other cons of this binding. It's hard to find many. I think that's mainly it. Oh, the power transfer. Since these are more plastic in the toe, there will be a less power transfer and a little bit more play. Unless you're a very advanced rider, you probably won't even notice that, and they'll perform just incredibly either way. But because they're not metal, there will be a little bit less power transfer. Another big plus of these bindings is the very low stack height. That means you're going to be right up next to that ski binding. Oh, well, when you're in the binding, you'll be right up next to the ski, and that'll give you a lot of good power transfer, and you'll feel a lot more connected to the binding than you would from a lot of other bindings, or better connected to the ski than other bindings. Another common mistake, or not mistake, but issue with the pivots is that these ski brakes are kind of thin and they tend to break, especially if you're a hard park rider. Landing switch a lot. So that could be problematic, and they are expensive to replace. I believe they're like $50 to $80+ depending on the size, just for the ski brakes. And they're kind of a pain to get in and out too. But besides that, they are overall and all around great binding. They're really good for your hard chargers, your park skiers, your all around skier. Maybe not so much an intermediate skier, but or unless you want like the best of the best, because these are probably one of the best bindings on the market. The 12s are not much different than the 15s, besides better weight and better releasing, because they have more release than the 18s, which are kind of fixed. But overall, these are great for anyone, especially hard chargers or people that take a lot of falls. The elasticity on this binding really makes those falls a lot better, a lot easier, a lot smoother. It gives you a chance to recover. I'm really impressed with the quality of these bindings. Like I said, the only downside is that they are a bit heavy. Even these, they're a little bit heavier than like Griffins, but to me that's worth it, knowing that I have this durability and security. And like I said, heel piece all metal, toe piece mostly plastic. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this review. If you have any questions, feel free to ask in the comments below, and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. Don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe. And let me know any other reviews you want to see done, or any gear or skiing questions you have, and I will try to make a video about them. So thank you all for watching, and have a great rest of your day.